Yeah. Yes, she did it. All right, with Dre, Tattoo Squid Podcast, your host, here with Abigail, Manic Pixie Weirdo Podcast. I think I got that right. I think.
You did.
Okay, thank God. All right. No, I'm going to stab myself in the neck here. Okay. So what is Manic Pixie Weirdo? What kind of contraption, or did you lose a bet?
No. Actually, okay. So originally the name of my podcast was going to be The Internal Dialogues of a Curious Human, but that was a bit too long. So I shortened it to The Manic Pixie Weirdo, which is a play on, it's considered a derogatory term for a woman in a film, like their character archetype.
Okay.
In the film, it's considered derogatory. It's known as the Manic Pixie Dream Girl. So I changed it to the Manic Pixie Weirdo because I felt like it was more inclusive, but also I felt like I was one. I am one. So
yeah, I'm like, I named mine, we call it like Tattoo Squid Podcast, because I have tattoos, but I don't want to go tattoo squid. I just want to shorten it up and all that. And now I gotta explain it to like everybody. I'm like,
it's cool.
Yeah. But then I'm like, well, if I have it on my license plate, I might as well, use it for the podcast, so I'm like, I'm already one step ahead of everything right now. And I'm like, okay, now what am I supposed to do? I don't know. So, but when did this come about? When you had the podcast? I mean, when did you start?
Technically, I started in
last year.
Yeah, technically I started, but I didn't. No, technically I started in 2019, but I didn't really do anything much with it until April of last year. So, like March, April of last year was really when I started actually like putting out episodes like regular. Like I basically got my shit together. So
oh, well, you had to get your shit together. If you don't, then you're gonna be like me, So I try to get my shit. Actually, no, I found out a couple of people said it's like he's very, very refined, and I'm like, okay, I didn't.
Don't correct them. Don't correct them.
No, something I drink. Okay, I don't drink anymore, but this is like very good iced tea. I tell you right now.
Oh, I love iced tea. Is it sweet or unsweet?
Sweet. Well, yeah, it's decaf, but also it has a dime bag on here too.
Oh, nice.
Yes, my favorite musician that died suddenly, not suddenly, but I mean, he just died a couple of years ago from tragic events.
Oh my gosh.
But I don't know. You follow heavy metal, or what is your type of music genre?
I can listen to just about anything.
Okay.
But I'm a rocker chick at heart.
There you go.
So yeah, I just found out today that Papa Roach is coming out with a new album next year, and I got like so stoked.
Figuring coming from Texas, I thought you're gonna be like doing those two steps and all that, wearing a hat and everything else, but nope, doesn't seem the case. No, it isn't. Yesterday we were listening to it was on Sirius XM radio, is the rock concert with Atreyu, Asking Alexandria, Bajish, Lamb of God, like that. Like they had a solid line. It was such a great lineup, like at this concert, and it was so good. And Double Driver. Okay. Calm down, people. Okay, no. Believe me, this is going to go over the place. So
I'm excited.
You're in for a wild ride. If I had like a musician or something in the background, that would have been great. And folks, I almost had her spit her drink out almost 3 times already.
So we can't. Oh my gosh, I have a new computer keyboard. We cannot ruin it. It's like my new favorite toy.
And folks, if that happens and then I get the bill, show's over. That's it. I have no money. You're gonna have to buy me a coffee and buy my merch like really quick, and I have to do a whole bunch of freaking DoorDashes.
Oh my gosh!
Back on the shit.
No, it was not that expensive. It was like $30. So
I'm like, okay, fine. I don't need that watch. So see, now we're in luck now because last week, was it last week? No, Friday, I was talking to Following Films. I forgot what the guy's his real name is, but you ever tried Zoom before, or you done Zoom many times?
Yeah. I've done Zoom a couple of times. Yeah.
But do you ever had because I heard this many times that it was like 40, you had like a 40-minute time limit.
Yeah, I think you do if you have the free version or whatever. I had that happen to me though.
Yeah, that happened to me on Friday. I was like,
Oh
yeah.
no,
I was
I've had
like, I
that
didn't know. And all
happen.
of a sudden after, it's like, you got 5 minutes. I'm like, is it gonna fucking explode? I'm like, the fuck,
I know. Yeah, it like cuts everything off. I had that happen to me in the middle of an interview one time. I thought I had because I was doing the monthly version of Zoom.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize that I had because I got a new card in the mail and I didn't realize that I didn't update the card information on Zoom. And so when I went to do an interview, it was like telling me 40 minutes and then it just shut everything off. Like, and
No,
then you have to go back in and do it all over again.
yeah, no, I mean, mine didn't really shut off. It just like, if you ever follow wrestling,
Yeah.
you follow wrestling. So when you follow wrestling and then you watch, and it's always like a 30-minute time limit, or there's a 45-minute time limit, or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it felt like. Because all of a
Yeah.
sudden now I'm looking at the time and it's counting down, and I'm like, dude, we got 5 minutes. Tell us where they can find you, and and I'm like, and I felt so bad. And then the stuff I write on here is like so small. I mean, I couldn't think of anything. I'm like, oh man. So I asked them. I was like, dude, can we go and do like a bonus video? So because I don't have that much information.
Yeah.
And then I have like another guy that I don't want to name names, but it ends with Toby. So he was like, we're going on, and he was just having like, he was sick, I think, and his kids were running around, and then he didn't have his charger because he didn't know it was going to last this long, and because I do it like an hour and a half, possibly two.
Oh wow. Yeah.
And I never had a problem with
Before.
Zoom. Yeah, before I never had a problem. All of a sudden, the thing came up. I'm like, oh, son of a bitch,
Oh yeah.
I was like, Zoom's gonna see me going like, fuck you,
For real. Yeah. Absolutely.
So, yes, people, we were supposed to do this on a Saturday, but there was a family emergency, which I totally understand. And
I'm so sorry.
Hey, no. There's no sorry. There's no sorries on Tattoos with no. There's all happiness and going, and and drinking if you have a drink, and getting tattooed, which I see you got one on your wrist.
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 total.
Is it good for you that you can like count it? Mine, I'm like, I got enough, I think. It was like,
no, boo, you can never have enough. I was one of those people that like I got my first tattoo and I was like hooked. I was like, yes,
oh yeah,
this is me, this is who I am. Yes.
This is my interpretation of when I first got my first tattoo. I go down there, and my dad gave me like $100, and he goes, give me the change back. And I'm like, okay. And then all of a sudden we go down there, I get this like little fucking thing. It was like $60. It was like a feather with like a corkscrew. It was supposed to be look like it's in the skin kind of thing. So I go there and I get it done. And all of a sudden the guy's like this. He goes, yeah, man, you smoke cigarettes? And I'm like, yeah. It's like, it's addicting. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm in trouble then. I'm like, Jesus,
yeah.
I was a chain smoker then. I'm like, I'm gonna get a lot. And but then a friend of mine, he's like from Texas. No, I don't think he's from Texas. I'm sorry. He's from some southern state, and he had like the accent, which you don't actually. You don't really have an accent.
No, well, I've gotten. Are you from England? I've gotten that before.
Yeah.
But I never really get. You have a southern accent. I can do one if you like you need.
All right, we're gonna make sure that somebody's gonna be talking and she's gonna do a southern accent. You know,
I can do it.
Hear the music. No, I'm just kidding. But when I got tattooed, then all of a sudden the guy was like, "Listen, don't be like those people." And I'm like, "What are you talking about? What people? You know, the yakuza." I'm like, I didn't know what it was at first, and I'm like, "What the hell is that?" It's like it's a Japanese mafia. They're all tattooed all the way up, and I'm like, "Nah, I'll never get like that." 10 years later, I'm like,
oh my gosh, yeah.
On down here, chest over here, legs and, Lego Batman on my thigh. And, that was from my nephew. My nephew's like, where's Lego Batman? I swear to God, did this. That was my mom just told him, your uncle has a Lego Batman. And this is what he does. I had shorts on and he went like this. He just grabbed the shorts, went like that. I'm like, whoa, dude. I'm like, never region. Hello. You don't need to see that. Nobody else needs to see that. Even my mom, I don't just need
right.
But so what kind of tattoos you got, or what kinds do you go for tattoos?
Well, I am a control freak. So anything that goes on my body has to go through a very rigorous process before it gets there. And I don't put anything on my body that I don't want for me. It's not for anybody else. It's for me and for no one else.
Yeah. Well,
and
they're gonna
go. But I have, so like my theme is that I have all my tattoos are from different places. They're all from different states.
Yes.
And so I want to keep that going and eventually like do different countries and stuff like that.
I always want to try. I don't know what it's called, but it's one of those things where there's a person that holds your skin out somewhat, spreads it out, and then there's that guy going, ding, ding, ding,
Oh yeah.
I don't know what kind it is, but my friend that did all my tattoos, and to the point where he says I need an intervention. That's weird, but because I had days where I will work 2 days, I'm off 2 days, and those 2 days I'll go at the shop. It's like, oh, let's put one here. Okay, the next day, well, put this one on this side. Oh yeah, no, it was weird. It's like he just looked at me, and especially when I had to go to the doctor, because my heart was like going like this.
Oh no.
And he gave me blood thinners, and I figured, oh, well, it's just medicine, whatever. I went down there. I'm like, hey, what can I get? He goes, didn't you go to the doctor today? I'm like, yeah. He goes, do you give you medication? I'm like, yeah, something like blood thinners. He goes, I can't do it, man. You're gonna bleed like a stuck pig. And I'm like,
yeah. Oh yeah.
Can I get pierced?
Oh yeah, I love piercings too. I need to get my nose redone.
Oh no, I had like right here.
Oh nice.
You ever seen Iron Man?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. I had like a whole cluster look like his like inside, but then they all popped out.
Oh
no. Yeah. I'm like, shaving like this. I hear ping, 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 ping. I'm like,
oh damn. That sucks.
It's like a scene from Superman. I got shot by bullets, like ping, 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 and that was it. But after that, once it healed up, and then the guy just, my friend just like the whole front. He called me the like a robot. Basically, I could sit through anything.
Oh yeah, I fall asleep. I have yet to get a tattoo and not fall asleep.
Where are you? All right, this is gonna sound personal.
That's fine.
Okay, fine. Okay, we're gonna go for it. We're going for it. Let's go. Anyway, so where are the tattoos prominently at?
So I have like this, so it's on my wrist, and then all the way up, and then I have one on my wrist here, and then I have one on the back of my neck, and then one on my shoulder.
Oh, okay. All right. So you're in the strategic area. You haven't gone like really crazy.
Yeah. No, I've also like reserved spots for places. So like my ribs, if I ever have children, are reserved for like my kids, like that kind of, like I have places reserved for certain like tattoos and stuff.
Do you deal with pain? I mean, I don't say it's pain. It's a little annoying pain, but certain spots are really treacherous.
I think the first tattoo that I ever got was this one. It's a triangle with my two favorite colors filled in. And I think that was probably the most pain I ever felt getting a tattoo. And I think that's just because it was my very first one and I didn't really know what to expect. But I've pretty much felt like I deal with the pain. I mean, there was a guy, I was so mad. Okay, I'll tell you the story.
Yeah.
So I was so mad. And my husband and I were so mad. So my husband he drew me this tattoo. It's of a butterfly, but he drew it and it's perfectly symmetrical. And so I wanted it originally right under on my side, right underneath my boob, to fold because it's perfectly symmetrical. So I wanted the body to be on my side and then the wings to fold in half. So when you looked at it, it didn't matter. Well, we were at a tattoo convention thing.
Oh, that's a good one. Those are the best ones.
We were at a tattoo convention where all these artists and stuff, and we were bartering, with these tattoo artists to get, because usually they're cheaper if you get them either together or at a convention thing. They're usually just cheaper. And so he bartered with this guy who is the owner of of his own tattoo shop in the town that we were in. And my husband and them, he agreed with this guy, the placement was fine, everything was fine for the set price of $80. So my husband would get one and I was going to get one. And these are not, they're not small. Yeah, they're not small. It was a great deal. And so that's why we did it. We were like, okay, so we get all the way to the tattoo shop and the guy doesn't show up, but he has his buddy, his friend who is a tattoo artist also, who works at his shop, say that he will do it. Well, the minute he gets a hold of the price, which is $80, and he realizes that I want it, he was like, no, I can't do it. Not for that, not on that spot, not for that price. And he refused to do it. And I was so mad. But I knew, because it was going to be my husband's first tattoo. And I knew my husband wasn't going to get one if I didn't get one. So I said, screw it. I'll get mine on the opposite shoulder that you got yours. And then when we do our eyes, we'll just do opposite shoulders. And so I ended up having to move the spot and I was kind of pissed about it because it wasn't the original spot, but it's okay. It all turned out fine. But I fell asleep and I was so mad. I was so pissed because this guy was I guess he looked at me and assumed that I wasn't going to be able to handle the pain. But I got in there and he was like, I fell asleep because that's what I do during tattoos. And I woke up while he was almost done and he was like, she's taking this like a champ. I had no idea. I'm almost done. Give me 5 minutes. I was like, I'm so mad, dude. You could have put it in the spot I wanted it. It would have been fine.
You're just laying there going, fucking shit.
I was so mad.
It's like, I couldn't chew nails. No. Oh, I do that. I used to just sit there and all of a sudden the one girl comes in and she goes, I want to get this done and I want to be a tattoo artist and all that. And she screamed bloody murder. She's like, oh my God. Then all of a sudden I sat there and I got my whole chest done. I'm like,
no, I fall asleep. I don't know what it is. It's super relaxing. I don't know what it is.
I fell asleep on which elbow? No, it wasn't this one. This one hurt. This one,
I've heard elbows hurt.
This one, it's okay, wait. Okay.
Yeah, that's dope.
So this is actually it's a gator, and it has the F for Florida Gator.
Okay, I see it.
My uncle, he's a Florida Gators fan, and I'm like, yeah, we do that. And also my friend was like, oh, let's put that on the elbow. I'm like, oh, okay, all right, no problem. And all of a sudden just laying. I had to lay belly down and all that. And I'm like, and my belly did not want to go down because I got a belly.
Right.
And I'm just laying there, and he goes and I fell asleep because I was working a 12-hour shift before I went there.
Oh, that's probably better though.
Yeah.
Because I've heard that's like one of the most painful places. That and the tops of your feet, I've heard are real bad.
I know my friend doesn't do like feet, and I'm like, and he looked at me. He's like, I'm not doing your feet because look how big they are. You know, you got Sasquatch feet, and I'm like, or clown feet. He said because I wore those what the hell are they called, the Converse sneakers, and they look like clown shoes. So yeah,
I love my Converse.
no, mine look like, you know, I'm like,
Oh, mine do too, for sure. Mine do, but I own it. It's fine.
I'm like, well, you look like a cute, we call it, you know, clown. Me, forget about it. Nah, I ain't gonna.
I'm long and lanky. It's just like I'm just
Hey,
like
how
six
tall
feet
are
tall.
you?
I'm 6 feet tall.
Oh shit. Okay, you're like my height. All right, no problem.
I'm just long and lanky. Like I
I
just
mean,
look ridiculous. I look like the Slender Man just walking around.
from sitting down wise, I thought that you were like, you know, like I'm not saying short. I'm just saying like, you
I wish.
know, what you want to wish to be short. Hi.
I wish to be shorter. Oh yes. Oh yes. Everybody wishes for things that they can't have. And I know that I cannot have it, but I will still wish to be shorter.
Yeah, I want to climb the cabinets like they did with the kids, you know. Yeah, and especially when I walk through a grocery store, and I'm like, "Doot,
Oh
doot,"
my gosh.
they're like, hey, top shelf, I need that.
Right? People will just ask you randomly. Or my favorite question is, did you play basketball?
Oh shit. Yeah, I tried basketball, but that was about it. You know, I play pool, I play darts, and that's about it. You know. Yeah, I mean, it's like one of those you see those Snickers commercials.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You gotta, your I forgot
You
what
know, you're not you when you're hungry.
yeah, or something like that. And but I was like, every time I play, and I was on the bar league, and this is just funny because I would play and I'm always drunk. So by like the first, all right, folks, for you to understand what this is, like a pool league, you get 4 sets of different games. So the um the captain of the team would place you in certain rounds. So you do a singles match. You know, it's like tennis, but
Mhm.
without the you know. So uh, no, not like that. No, but it's more like, they put you in a singles match and you go against the other team, and then they put you in a doubles match and you double up with whoever's on your team, and usually it's a good blend. But usually around that time, I'm drinking. I'm not saying drinking heavily, but we'll drink like so much. By the time we get to the second round of the first singles, the second round of singles, I'm tipsy as it is. And then when we get to the second double, I have no idea where I'm at. So
Oh,
I'm like blinded drunk. Like I don't even know how I won. How did I win? It's like, oh, you got the 8 ball, and I'm like, I fucking did, really? What? And I have no fucking clue. So then, all of a sudden I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna try playing sober. You know, and back in, was it 90? Like the late 90s, that was like uncalled for. Like, what do you mean you're playing sober? That's nothing. Sober's for quitters. So and I tried, and I teamed up with this girl. We call it that was on our team. Her name was Renee, and she came up, and I was screwed up so bad. And then all of a sudden she comes by with like a pitcher of beer with a straw in it, like a Viking, and just like came by and go like this. And it's like, here, you're playing shitty, you know, drink this, you'll feel better. And then I did, and then we won the game and all that. I was like, oh, I don't want to be known as the alcoholic, you know. But other than that, it was always fun. It's fun, and then you find out that your liver is going to go shrivel.
mm.
But what is your favorite kind of hobbies? Since we're on the subject of pool and everything else, and do you have any favorite hobbies?
I love to
I,
read.
I,
I'm
I
such
sound
a
like a
weirdo.
Tinder viral, thing going. I'm like, do you have any hobbies? like long walks on the beach.
Ew.
Yeah. I like sandy deserts. That's why I'm in Texas.
Ugh, no. I like to be cold.
She's cold-hearted. It's like a Paul Abdul song. I'm cold-hearted.
Yep, I'll own it. Absolutely, for sure.
And people, you're not gonna see me dance like that ever again. That's the only time I'm doing it.
It was beautiful. It was
Oh,
beautiful.
well, thank you very much. I give you such a pinch. But I'm not. Some people say I'm wound up too much, and I'm like, I wonder why. I don't know. But maybe it's iced tea.
Possibly, but it's decaf. You said.
Yeah, it's decaf. But see, oh look at you! I drink, you guys drink. Haha! Now you guys drink.
I don't have any more.
Well, you better siphon something. I don't know. But,
right.
But all right. So you like books? What kind of books?
Anything. I don't know if you can see. I have.
You got a cluster of books.
I have loads of books. I have 2 bookshelves full of. So this bookshelf on this side is all fiction. And then that is like academic books. So nonfiction, textbooks, things of that nature.
Very good, very good. So there's no like specific author or
no, I have too many.
Yeah, see, you did sound English there for a minute. No, I don't know. No, I say about not.
Yeah, no, I don't. I have too many. It gets worse if you like bring attention to it. It's so bad. No.
You bloke. What the
I don't know. I have a lot of I don't know. I can't even tell you. I have so many like favorite authors, favorite books. Yeah, it's too much. It's too much. There's too many to choose from.
Well, I read too, and yes, people, I read. All right. Go to school, read, because you're not gonna get life by just going, I don't know. And ban the eyelashes. I don't know.
Right.
Never worked for me. I never, I tried banning the eyelashes. I didn't get it. So, but I read. I was reading this one book when I started reading like major books. First it was Stephen King.
Love him.
Obviously, because I'm like a horror fanatic, so I got to read Stephen King. And then I like thriller stuff. So, there's one called. There are 2 authors that teamed up. It's called. Well, they're not called that, but it's Preston and Childs.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I have Richard Preston. I have him right there. The Hot Zone.
He has a first name? The fuck?
Richard Preston. Yeah, Richard Preston. The Hot Zone. He
Preston and Childs. That was it.
No. Yeah, Preston Lee Child. Yeah, Richard Preston and Lee Child. Which one did you get? Because I have the Hot Zone. I have Germs. I have Panic in Level 4.
I got the Pendergast series.
Oh,
the one where they do it together, not the single ones. So there's like Brimstone, the Curiosity of Cabinets, or Cabinets of Curiosity, I think it is. So there's like a whole bunch, and I didn't know it goes in order.
Ooh.
Yeah, so it goes like, because I know I've been telling this story before, and I'm going to shorten it a little bit. So when I was married, my wife was sick. And I'm like passing the time. When you go into a hospital, you sit there. There's nothing really to fucking do. There's TV, but it's TV that, like hospital TV. So I'm like, I went to the gift shop, and I was going to get like a stuffed animal for her. And I found this book, and it was like a really dark fucking book. It was like really like demonic looking. I'm like, okay, cool. I'll bring this with me, and then I was like reading it. I got so into the book, like I didn't put it down. I just kept on reading it. I'm like, holy shit.
Those are the best.
Yeah, I'm like the second day I was done with the fucking book.
Oh, wow.
And it was like maybe 200 and somewhat fucking pages, whatever. And then a friend of mine, when I told him it, he's like, that has like 16 other books, but you're supposed to get the first book that starts it off. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Really? So now it's like I have a decent amount, but I don't have
What's it called again?
what the series
Yeah,
the Pendergast series.
the Pendergast series.
I look
Okay.
for Preston and Childs together, and then right
Right.
in Pendergast series.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna
And
have to
it's
get that.
basically Pendergast is a FBI agent,
Mm.
FBI agent, but he looks like a coroner.
Oh.
You know, so he's like very like Bram Stokerish, like Dracula looking,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, and he's an FBI agent. But then you might have seen the film. There's a film of one of the books called The Relic.
Oh no, I've heard of it, but I didn't know that it was based on a book.
Yeah, I didn't. Well, I didn't know it at first either until my girlfriend told me. It's like that's from the book, and I'm like, what the fuck? You know. So, yeah, Preston Childs, the Pendergast series. So, and then he's teamed with a New York City detective, DaCosta. Which, you know,
Okay.
he's your typical New York City kind of cop where he's like donuts, coffee, yeah, okay. So, and they go and find the weirdest, like, you know, stuff to like investigate. You know, where then you find out, which I don't want to blow it for you, but when you find out like a certain like serial killer is the brother of said FBI agent, so it gets really twisted. Yeah,
Oh,
it gets.
cool.
But then you go and you have to look at this one and goes into this book, and then you know it's a whole bunch of different factions.
Oh,
So
I'm gonna have to get that.
yeah, it's like because I even asked the guy, and the guy's like, "You're back again?" I'm like, "I want to find the book," and he goes, "I told you, I'll call you." Like, I don't usually have connections to a bookstore, but this is like the only time I do that is like the heavy metal magazine series. Yeah,
Yeah.
the cartoon, you know, graphic novel, and I'm like, yeah, that's what I'll do. But what else? So tell us about your podcast. What does it entail? I think I understand what it entails, but maybe they don't know.
Oh, okay. So my podcast is about relationships and all the different kinds of relationships that you can have in your life. Literally everything that you can think of, like any and everything you can think of. That's what we talk about on my show. So
Okay, it's not what I thought it was. Then. All right. I thought it was like, you know, like most of like I thought it was like a crime series kind of thing, but yet again, the squid is wrong. So.
hey, it's been known to happen to me too, so it's fine.
Yeah, I know, but people are like, "Oh, you know, what's your podcast about?" Like, you know, like underwater deep sea dive. I'm like, no, it's like everything. You know, you talk about your life, you talk about this, you know, whatever. You know, nothing. Like I don't even swim. You know, you know, I live in Long Island. I'm near water. I don't even swim. You know, the only time I swam is when they kicked me in the water. Went, you know, that was it. Like, here, we got it for life preserver. Are you gonna swim? I'm like, no, I'm not. You know, that was it. What else? Oh, let me ask you this question before I forget. Now, I always ask this like everybody that I interview. So, who do you think is going to die first? Now, given I said this to the one guy on Friday, he goes, me. I'm like, no, no, no. It's only between the two people I'm going to tell you, you know, not you. No, no. Why are you going to die first for? Why? You know, and he goes, oh, I don't know, you know, because they're probably gonna. I'm like, no, forget it. Anyway, so Betty White or Keith Richards.
Oh man, I hope it's Keith Richards. Sorry, bro.
Oh,
Sorry, bro. I love Betty White so much. That woman's amazing.
honey,
Not that Keith,
and the
not that
cinnamon.
Keith, not that Keith Richards isn't, but I just Betty White. I love Betty White.
And I just want to make sure because my girlfriend's like, oh, I hope they say we have me. No, no. So she probably heard me going like, damn it, you know, what the hell's going on here, you know, because she is 99 now, and she's gonna be 100 January 15th. I believe.
Go Betty White. Yes.
And I was talking to Mash from Hops Geek News.
Yeah.
He was on the show, and I asked him that question. He goes, "Betty White's going to live until she's like 1,000." You know?
Right.
I was like, "Yeah, I can see that too." You know, I was
Her
like,
and the Queen of England.
she outlived the Golden Girl. You know, especially the youngest one, which looks the oldest. You know,
right? The irony.
Was, who was it? Shit, I forgot. Well, anyway, doesn't matter. They're dead. Anyway, so I'm sorry, people. I don't say that like intentionally, but and plus Betty White and Keith Richards, they're in a good battle here. So
they are.
You know, they're in good spirits and everything else. And Betty White is still the dirtiest bird ever. You know, she is.
She's so cool. I love her. She's
just like, actually, there's a friend. I hope my friend's not listening to this, but I gotta say this because I don't say this to anybody else, but I'm gonna say this with you, that my friend, we're gonna call him Samuel, okay, and he loves Betty White, like really loves Betty White, to the point of Betty White came up to him. So and we bought him, actually one of the guys bought him a shirt of Betty White, and he wears it like to work. You know.
Yes.
Just like, and as you said, we called what was that phrase you said? It's like I'm killing it, you're killing it, or something.
Yeah, you're killing it.
You're owning it. He was owning it. That's what it was. So he's owning the thing, and he has a shirt on and everything else. And I used my brilliant ways of photoshopping, and I photoshopped Betty White eating a hot dog, and it looked like she was doing something else. And my friend's face was like above with a nice, and he put that on his locker.
Nice.
I'm like looking over, I'm like, you still got the Betty White, huh? He goes, fuck yeah.
Oh my gosh, I love her so much.
He's like stocky. He looks like John Cena. Every time he walks in we work in a warehouse, like doing like forklifts and everything else. And he walks in, and a friend of mine, he's like bigger, and all of a sudden he comes up, he goes, "It's John Cena." I don't know if you ever watch wrestling, but yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. So I mean, you watch like wrestling like a lot, or just like when you were younger?
No, I'm getting more into it. Like I did a podcast episode about wrestling, and I got really interested into it. I got really interested in it, excuse me. And yeah, so I have begun this journey. It's going. I have no idea who my favorite wrestler is, so please don't ask because I don't know.
I'll show you on here. I think. Wait, here we go.
Oh, is it focus?
Right here.
Nice.
I gotta go right there. Oh, there we go. All right. So right here.
That's dope.
There's a symbol, and there's like a dragon wrapped around it, but the symbol itself represents the Undertaker.
Nice. Yes. Okay.
I always want to be like the Undertaker. I wanted to get the long hair and have like the blackness, and I did dye it black at one point, and it I don't know, it didn't go well. So, but I had the height. I got all the tattoos. I don't have the neck ones, because I want. Family members like, no. I'm like, why not? Like, sons of, But then all of a sudden I got like my fingers done. And my mom's like, don't you think, get in that or whatever.
Sorry.
Oh, don't worry, don't die on me.
Yeah.
That'd be not good for ratings, I tell you right now.
Right. Or it could be amazing for ratings.
Not at anybody's expense. That's why I won't go that far. I won't go. No.
Perfect.
Everybody has to be alive on my show.
Those are good qualifications. Qualifications.
Unless you have some health issues, then it's all out the window. But That's some good old. No, I'm thinking. But what else is there that we can talk about? Did you wait? Didn't you do like a like a Zoom thing with somebody, like a fellow podcaster? I don't know if it was Pixie
We
or
did a space. We've done Twitter spaces before.
oh, okay. Or I thought it was like Buried Pleasures or something like that.
Oh, I did one with her. Yeah, we did a space
Yeah.
too. Yeah, I love her.
Oh man, I got. Wait, hold on. Where my phone at? Where my phone at? Because I'm like both like crazy. Yeah, I'm like a celebrity for some fucking reason. I don't know. Yeah, I should get royalties. Hello. Yeah. Somebody sponsor me, damn it. No. But
Right.
I know. I'm like, let's see. Aha. Berry Pleasures. It's gonna be this Friday. And then I
Yay.
got double duty. Oh no. I got double duty with Loner Podcast in the afternoon and Friday night crazy party or something on in the afternoon. So it's going to be monotonous. It's going to be like 3 different segues. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Well, 2 of them are mine. One is going to be Loner Podcast. So I'm going on hers, talking about the Bermuda Triangle.
Ooh, that'll be fun.
Yeah, I'm like very intrigued with Bermuda.
I do that all the time. Yep. Control Alt Delete.
I don't want to do that because then I might make it, might mess up.
Oh yeah, don't make it like disappear.
Yeah, I know. I don't want to do that. Like, oh shit, where the fuck she go? Like, oh no, son of a bitch, and then you can see it now. You'd be like texting, you damn asshole. You know.
I would not.
I would not. Oh, there goes that English accent again. You know, I will not. That's a cup of tea. You know, balderdash. You know. Actually, I was talking to this one guy, Chat Smash.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, it's like the most craziest of 3 fucking people. I swear, I'm driving, I'm like, oh my god, I want to crash. You know, because they had this what were those scenarios? Would you buy
Like, would
pizza
you
or,
rather?
yeah, would you rather buy a pizza or have the pizza or something like that? So they asked this one guy. So each one of them, their one guy is Vinny, the other one is Thin, and the other guy is Big Foss. You know, so there's like 2 F's and a V.
Yeah.
And, so, but Finn or Finley, he's like the very odd person out. You know, I'm not saying he's odd, but the way I'm not making fun of English, you know, dialect. It's just that we call the way he says it is just funny as hell. You know, it's like, you know, what kind of pizza? You know, it's like, and then he's like, well, what's on my pizza? You know, or who's making my pizza? And then he just asks questions, and then they're like, oh Jesus Christ, yeah.
That would be me. That's so me. I do that all the time. I'm like, yeah, but what about this? And what about this? But what, like,
Yeah.
that's me. I like never grew out of that childhood phase of just asking questions.
Now, like, you know, what is your favorite kind of food, or are you a picky eater?
I have no idea what my favorite kind of food is. Whatever's in front of me.
Oh, geez, you're the disposable unit. Okay, yeah. Oh, is this what we're having? Okay, no problem. Yeah.
Pretty much.
Oh, hold on. There's a watch. Okay. Yeah. We don't need this. Okay. Yeah. What is it? It's like the Muppets. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh my God. If I can interview the Muppets.
You will have like made it, dude. If you can interview the Muppets, you've made it in life for sure.
A celebrity. I'm not saying that podcasters are not celebrities. We all are celebrities in our own right. You know, because there's a lot of podcasters that like yourself, and I'm not putting me myself in there because I don't even think I have a category. You know,
I think you do.
I don't know. I asked Good Pots. You know, I'm like, do you got a category for me? You know, it's like, well, what kind of podcast do you do? It's all over the place. Do you have an all over the place category? You know,
Yeah.
like, we'll make one up. I'm like, I'm just gonna be there by myself. You know, that was it.
No, there's a lot. There's a lot. You got to be in like society and culture or like lifestyle or something like that.
Well, they were saying that whatever you have on Apple Podcasts, and I'm like, well, how's that when I don't have Apple?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Well, yeah.
You know, you're supposed to check your Apple Podcasts. I'm like, I don't have. I got basic. I got the what the hell is that called? The different kind of phone other than Apple. Yeah.
Oh, and Android.
Yeah, the Android. That's what it was. And then you know, it's like I have the Android and I don't have Apple, so I'm like, okay, am I supposed to find this shit out?
Yeah,
You know, and then it's like, oh, you got to give us like a review. I'm like, I'll do that on Podchaser. I can get on that.
yeah, yeah.
You know. So, but has anybody, you know, have you interviewed more, like a lot of people, or you just like willy nilly, just whatever?
Oh, well, so I do one episode where it's like just me talking, and then I do another episode of about the same topic, where I interview somebody.
Okay.
So yeah.
That sounds good. I did that for like like one season. I just babbled about anything, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like, I was like taking a phrase out of a cartoon, Up, you know, the
Mhm.
old man and the dog and everything else. So then I'm like, yeah, you know, it's like I just ate a whole pizza and squirrel, you know, and
Yeah. Right.
and then it's just like going on. I'm just making up shit, whatever I could figure out, you know, and even like the how was it those made up holidays that you find out, like, oh, it's donut day, oh,
Right. Those are my favorite. The other day was National Pancake Day or something like that. I was like, oh,
I can I'd be saying, oh, carbs. I'm like, what?
I
Yeah.
love pancakes.
I I'd be like that, like, you know, Gabriel Iglesias. I like chocolate cake. No.
Uh-huh.
But no, I do like chocolate cake. But no, but I like French toast.
Oh
So,
yeah, 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 yeah.
you know,
And
French toast.
crepes
Yeah. Oh my.
and waffles.
We're getting hungry, folks.
Yeah, we are.
There's people at Overeaters Anonymous going like, shut up. Yeah, you're making us hungry. We're trying not to do it. You know, we're going back. We're gonna hit the liquor store and then we go to IHOP. You ever done that? Oh my god. No. Oh, actually, the worst one was like going to a bar and then going to Denny's.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
especially when the cops are sitting there, they're like, "We'll just wait for you guys to leave." Yeah.
Right.
Now, oh, speaking of Denny's, oh, this is a good story. You ever tried building your own burger?
Yeah. Not at Denny's though.
She wasn't sure she wanted to say like, yeah, why? Like, no, but there was a, you know, at Denny's they had this thing, build your own burger, and with this like the most craziest burger, they'll put it on the menu. So me, my friend James, and his girlfriend, we all went to Denny's, and then I'm like, and we saw this thing, we're like, oh, okay, I can build my own burger. Okay, cool. You know, the only thing on my burger that was healthy was the bun and the turkey burger.
Oh.
The turkey burger, that was it. And then I had what I had. Okay, I had the turkey burger, then I had an egg, and then I had hash brown. Then the sausage was on there, and then mozzarella cheese, and then macaroni and cheese, I think. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And then it
Wow.
was like, and it was on top like that, you know. And then all of a sudden, my friend goes like, "Ha! I'm gonna go top yours," and I'm like this and this. And he goes, "Oh, I have two patties. I'm gonna have this, and then cheese, and American cheese, and mozzarella cheese, and then we do this, and then we're gonna put a waffle on there." And I'm like, what? And then all of a sudden his girlfriend's like, I'm gonna outdo you fuckers, no problem. And she had a double burger.
Oh yeah. Ooh, that's what I would do too.
Yeah. The 2 double burgers, and then she's like this, and she was the only one going like, I don't know if I can finish it.
Oh my gosh, I would never be able to. My eyes would so be bigger than my stomach, but yeah.
No, I
sure.
finished mine. He finished his, and then she couldn't finish the double whatever she had. And all of a sudden after we're like, me and my friend were just like, milkshake? Yeah. And then we got a milkshake. No, actually the sundae. That's what we got. We got the sundae. We just ate the sundae too. And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go to Planet Fitness now. I wanted to work out. I'm like, okay, I gotta get this sucker off. But I need to write this down. Denny's, do not go back. Sandwich and monster. Okay. Yeah. So I got a decent amount of stuff. Converse, Thunderdome. Oh yeah, because I was talking about, they figured I'm gonna put like a tattoo shop in Thunderdome, and have Preston and Childs somewhere hanging out with the wrestlers. I gotta find out what they look like. Preston and Childs and all that. And then we're going to have them eating the burger too. I don't know. See what happens. I did one for Nerd in Texas. You probably know her too. You probably live next to each other. I don't know.
Oh my gosh, the state is so big. There's no way we live next to each other. There's no way.
Never know. It's like she's no, but she's cool. We call it Chanel from Nerd in Texas. Has like the whole bullhorn and everything else, and we were talking about actually wrestling and Goonies. I was gonna say gummies, but I don't know, Goonies. And so okay, let's go on to movies now. What kind of movies are you into, and are you looking forward to any movies that's coming out?
I am excited to see the Eternals. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm excited to see it. Let's see. When it comes to movies, it's easier for me to tell you like what I don't like.
Okay.
And then everything else is like fine, like absolutely. I don't like romantic comedies.
Neither do I.
And I don't like horror movies.
All right, you lost me at horror movies. Okay.
And it's not because it definitely, there is a huge part of it that's like I get super scared like really easily, and I don't like being scared. So there's that. But I also find a lot of it like I don't like blood and gore and like all that stuff. I just feel like it's super overdone, and it's very like I just don't like it.
It's not really overdone. It's just like they just like doing it. I don't know. I just see it this way. I'm like, it's just corn syrup and a lot of whatever.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like I totally get it. I prefer like thrillers, like psychological thrillers, like Shutter Island. Like I like those, like Shutter Island or 1408. Like those are the ones that I like.
No, 1409, you think?
Or 1409. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, the John Cusack, Samuel Jackson one. That was a good one.
Yeah, that was a really good one. I prefer psychological thrillers or like thrillers rather than like blood and gore horror.
What was it? We were watching Red Notice on Netflix, and it looked like one of those like tongue in cheek kind of thing where it's The Rock is in every fucking thing. And I said that, folks. Yeah, I said that. It's like he's in every fucking thing. And I'm like, all right, now I'm gonna go on a rant. You want to hear a rant?
Yeah, for sure. Let's do it.
All right, we're gonna hear a rant. All right, so The Rock's in every fucking movie. So he wants to remake everything. And you ever seen Big Trouble in Little China? Like years ago, there's like Kurt Russell, like in his younger days. Him and Kim Cattrall from the horny person that's in that that girl movie or the girl TV show. Matthew Broderick's wife is in it. There's like 3 or 4 different. Okay, I asked the wrong girl.
I have no idea.
Well, anyway, that one, every girl is probably going, I know it. Anyway, something dinging.
You found the one that has no clue. I've got no idea.
Good. I like that. Don't worry. It's good. It's not like you said, you don't like the romantic comedy, which is good. You don't like the horror. There's something wrong with you. But anyway, so believe me, you hang out with me, you'll be like, okay, this is not that bad. But then
yeah.
You'll be like, then we watch something that could be like, oh my God, I'll be like, I seen that already. But my rant is, there is a movie called Big Trouble in Little China. Great fucking movie. Kurt Russell plays a truck driver. There is an Asian guy that he's best friends with since high school. I don't think he ever went to college. So anyway, they're in Chinatown and he needed help, whatever. So everything falls around women with green eyes, and it's like, and then there's this demon guy, Lo Pan, that needs a girl with green eyes so he becomes human and he can rule the world, with his vastly ghostly horde. And so that's pretty much in a nutshell what it is. And it's just good versus evil kind of thing, man versus demons. So now they get to the point where it's like, okay, I thought they're going to do a second movie, but then I hear that The Rock wants to remake it, and I'm like, why? I mean, honestly, why? It's like we don't need to see. Kurt Russell wasn't big, stocky, like no neck, like went to the wrestling camp for like 25 fucking years. I mean, I like The Rock. I like him in certain movies, but not like every fucking year or twice a year or 3 times out of the year you're doing something. Take a hiatus. Go to Bermuda, get lost somewhere. Anyway, that was my rant for that one. It wasn't a really big rant, but I try not to, because I start going, So, but oh my God. All right. Anything else you want to talk about?
I don't know.
I don't know. There goes the English again. Yes, the Russians are coming. That's something way totally out, because that happened to my dad one time.
Uh-oh.
No. It was like, I feel like I'm talking more about myself than we are talking about you.
Oh no, it's okay.
I'm like, oh shit. They'd be like, how come we don't know anything about her? Well, she's married, and she got pissed about not getting tattoos. Because the one person said, oh, I can't fucking do that. So no, but there was my dad, he worked in like this, like I'm not saying it's not it's pretty much like a mental ward place, and this is how he met my mom, and through my grandma, so it's like, all right, I trust you, you can go out my daughter and all that, so it was just like one of those things. So he has a friend named Leo, and he my dad's not Russian, he's Hungarian, but Leo thinks it's pretty much the same thing. So when we were younger, he would come by, and we're in the car, my mom would come by and would get like lunch for my dad, and we're in the car, and he comes in there and goes, hey, I got 50 cents for you, I got 50 cents for you, I got 50 cents. I'm like, he's giving us money. I'm like, all right, fuck yeah, like, can we come back tomorrow? And he gives us like $1 or something. Now we graduate to like $1, and I'm like,
oh
right,
wow.
Cool. And he goes, hey, your dad's coming, the Russians are coming. I'm like, and I'm like 8 years old. I'm like, huh?
All right. Well, because that's not correct.
It's not correct, but I don't know that, because I'm like 8 years
Right.
old. But then all of a sudden now I'm like, my dad's Hungarian. He's not fucking Russian. I'm not saying, fucking Russian to be, mean about it. I'm like, I love everybody. I can make friends with everybody. Russian, Hungarian, Japanese, Chinese, Buddhist monks,
Oh hell yeah.
That's something when you meet a Buddhist monk that likes Tootsie Rolls.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah, it threw me for a loop.
Yeah, I would not have guessed Tootsie Rolls. Jolly Ranchers maybe, but not Tootsie Rolls.
No. He goes, "Hey man, I like the Tootsie." I'm like, okay, all right. But the guy's like 5'2". He's very skinny. I'm like, holy shit! I'm like, how do you wear it? He goes, many Tootsie Rolls, man. And I'm like, okay. And he was a monk.
Oh wow.
He was.
That's awesome.
It's like the golden child, like
Oh yeah.
golden child kind of thing. And then that's what he looked like. Like, no, he doesn't look mean, not like that one guy, And then no, but he was like oh shit. It's just ridiculous because he would go and eat regular food that he's supposed to eat like at home. His wife makes the food like a Buddhist monk would have to eat. And then he comes to work in a warehouse area and he's like, what are we having? It's like, oh, we're having hot dogs and we're having this. He goes, he's like, bring it over here. And that was it. And then we got like a shipment of like candy and we just toured right through that shit. And, like cotton candy and this. And that, I don't work anymore. I don't give a shit. So,
sounds awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome. And all of a sudden, after we got this like bag of Tootsie Rolls, and I'm like, and me and my friend Carlos were like, hey, maybe Casa will like it. That's his name, Casa. That's a great fucking name. And all of a sudden, I'm like, yeah, okay, we'll see if Casa wants. And all of a sudden, I'm like, Casa. And he goes, we got you some Tootsie Rolls. He goes, I got my own, man. I was like, oh shit, he had to hidden away and everything. And I'm like, fuck. I'm like, that's awesome. But alrighty. I am surprised that it's going. So I think I upgraded very well. So I upgraded to the Pro.
Ooh.
Yeah. So instead of the 40 minutes, it's still going.
Yeah.
Which is good. Any anything going on like new stuff with your podcast?
Yeah. I have a Twitter space open. It will be open every other Wednesday, and this coming Wednesday is going to be a Twitter space open, hosted by me at 3:00 Central Standard Time. And it is called Whatever the Hell I Want Wednesdays, because we talk about whatever the hell I want to talk about.
Now that goes on. So that time for me would be, let's see, what time is it over by you now?
7:10.
Oh, so like an hour, right? So
yeah.
Oh, okay. So how long does that go for?
About an hour.
About an hour. Okay. I want to try to get on there.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Cause no, I get on Spaces, but I always get on Spaces where, like the guy from Piggly Dog.
Yeah.
That Smash. I think you were on there like a couple of times.
Yeah.
And I went on there, and then now they got a bar theme they're gonna do on Friday.
Oh yeah.
I got on there. Oh my god, it was awesome. I'm like, can I have a sarsaparilla? And he's like, oh no. It's like we ran out of syrup. I'm like, ran out of syrup. I'm like, what about the Aunt Jemima? Like, what the hell? I'm like, shit. And then all of a sudden he goes, yeah, Vinny, he went downstairs to the basement. He didn't come back. I'm like, he's drinking the whiskey. Yeah. And then we started talking about sex dolls. And
oh, Pixie was telling me about that. I love her.
I know. She would talk about her and Mr. J.
Yeah.
Mr. J is like my I love Pixie, but I love Mr. J even more because he's just like, he goes, fuck man, and then he liked most of my stuff on Instagram. So I was like, all right, cool. Yeah. but yeah, Pixie's cool, and so was because she like listened to a couple of my things, and she gave me a lot of advice. So, has anybody
she's great.
advice? Anybody helped you out, or?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I was asked this question a couple days ago, and I totally messed up the answer. So I'd like to recant my previous statement and amend it. The best advice that I've gotten so far is if you have a podcast, or if you're doing anything with a microphone, try to stay at least 6 centimeters, not centimeters. Oh my gosh, it's not 6 inches, it's 3 inches away from the microphone, because it gives you better sound quality.
Folks, she's talking about the microphone.
Yeah.
He's talking about the microphone. That's it. You know, Pixie would be talking about the 6 inches and the 3 inches. So, you know, that on her thing right there, you know, like we don't talk, because I don't want to talk about that. You know, makes me inadequate.
No, it doesn't.
I have to, no, I'm just kidding. But oh, great. Now people go like, oh my God, the squid has a little winky. I'm like, no, I don't. You know, it's about the size of the watch. No. But no, but that is great advice though. It's like, you know, and also you have to stay 6 feet from people.
Right. Oh my gosh.
No, I don't really go into this. I don't really go into like, you know, the COVID thing. But I figure I'd start now, just because we can make fun of it. I mean, I always make fun of it, but and it's a serious thing though. In the beginning, you know, in the beginning, it's a serious thing. Now it's just like the variant, Delta variant, sound like a airplane. You know, but have you got any like issues? Like, did you have any issues with COVID? Or
we got vaccinated. We just recently finished it. Like, we got our last shot in August, I think. But we think we had it like in November, like in November of 2019.
Yeah.
So I think we're okay.
I know. I mean, that's what I understand. It's like, oh, well, this is how they explained it, you know, in the beginning. It was like, okay, you know, it's COVID. It may be like the flu. I'm like, well, how are we supposed to know if we have the flu or we have COVID? You know, and I'm like, tested. Yeah, because I'm like, you're sick, and then you're like, you know, I don't know. What am I supposed to do? And I'm like, this and this. Am I gonna die? Am I gonna, you know, like, oh, my heart's gonna be like, you know. Yeah. A lot of my friends have gone into the hospital. They haven't died, you know, thank God. But you know, it's just, it was crazy. Like, you know, so many people that passed away, whatever. And I'm not trying to be somber about this, but now it's just like, oh, you can get it from this, or you can do it from this, or whatever.
Are you kidding me? It was the best thing ever. I know that it was really hard on a lot of people, but oh my gosh, we had a government mandate, you guys, to stay away from other people and not leave our house. I had a reason, a federal reason to not do anything with anyone. It was amazing. It was the best.
I got a subpoena that says I can't do it. You
know, it was the best. I mean, I have a literal reason, a legitimate reason why I can't go to your barbecue. Oh,
here's my permission slip. I say I can't go.
Right, I have a doctor's note. It's
yeah, that's the doctor's note. It's from FEMA.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, I work in a warehouse where it's like I deal with vitamins. So apparently I am deemed essential. And I'm like, no, maybe I want to stay home and get paid. You know, I want to do that. My girlfriend got, you know, be able to like stay home. She still does. And I'm like, the hell? Really? I gotta go out in the snow, in the, you know, rain, you know, heat, and, you know, hurt myself. And then I got to worry about people blowing snot on me. And I'm like, well, yeah. But I mean, then you have to worry about like, you can't touch this. You gotta wear gloves. And
masks and everything.
I mean, the mask now it's like an everyday thing. Everybody's like, oh shit, here's my mask, and wear it, doesn't that. I mean, everybody does. I mean, not everybody, but I mean, like certain businesses that you work at, they ask you to wear the mask, because there are certain people that don't think vaccinated is the thing to do. Which I said I wasn't going to get political about this, but it is what it is. You're gonna have to. This is not religion, which is another thing.
Yeah.
Certain people are like, oh my God, it's against my religion. I can't do it. Oh, speaking of Jehovah's Witness, when you're speaking about religion, Jehovah's Witness, that you brought up, I think before we went on the air, that you said about Jehovah's Witness.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So what was it about Jehovah's Witness that you said? I forgot.
Oh, no. So like somebody came to the door and they asked, I just assumed that they were Jehovah's Witnesses, but I don't know if they actually were. I didn't pay attention long enough to care. They asked me, they just asked, like, have you found Jesus? And we always lie.
Yeah.
Yes, we found Jesus. We don't need a new church. Like, yeah. So, what was your story?
My friend, it happened to my friend once. Well, no, it happened to him, but then Jehovah's Witness came to my house. But my friend told me about a situation that they came like, have you found Jesus? And he goes, yeah, it's my friend George right over there. And he does look like Jesus. And he does long brown hair, the full beard down here. And what's funny, we went to a bar and I think I parked
the second coming.
Huh?
The second coming.
No. We got to the bar. He's sitting there, and he sits there, gets his drink, and he's sitting there like that, like at the bar, going like this. And right above him is a picture of Jesus.
Oh.
And all of a sudden, me and my friend just looked, and we're like, "Dude, they got a likeness of him up top. He's been here before." I'm like, and he goes, "No, that's real Jesus." Oh, yeah. So now, this is going years before I met my friend and the other friends. Me and my brother went to a bar, as usual. We get home around like 4 a.m. Now bars are like, oh, you gotta leave at 1. I'm like, the fuck. Anyway, so I don't drink anymore, but I know that certain bars, they do whatever. So we go there, we drank, and then we got home, and then my mom and dad went out. And I think my sister went too. So we're sleeping. All of a sudden we get that, like knock. I'm like, who the fuck is it? I'm like, shit, what the hell is going on here? Like, it's like 8 o'clock in the morning. I don't even get up at 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, shit. I get to the door and I'm looking at the peephole and whatever, and I'm like, oh no. And then my brother's like, who is it? I'm like, it's Jehovah's Witness. And he goes, what are we supposed to do? He's like, they're going to keep on knocking. I'm like, all right, get the dog, a meat cleaver, and a button ketchup. And he goes, wait, what? Just do it. And I'm like, I open up the door. I'm like, hello. It's like, hi, have you found Jesus? And do you support the Lord? And I'm like, Vader? Lord Vader? No. Like, do you believe in God? I'm like, I did just about 5 minutes ago in the toilet. I'm like, I had a puke and all that. I'm like, oh Lord. Yeah. And so I'm like, I told my brother, I'm like, listen, when the dog comes around, you have the dog rile him up, because my brother can rile up the dog, no problem. I'm like, rile him up. And he goes, oh, okay. And I had the meat cleaver, like this. And all of a sudden, I'm like, shut the hell up. I'm like, oh, sorry. I didn't mean to say hell. I'm sorry. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, quiet. I'm talking here. And it's like, yeah, come on. All of a sudden, I go like this with my hand going like this. And all of a sudden, he's like, rile him up again. It's like, like, shut up. I'll fucking kill you. And all of a sudden, they're like, I'm like, I wouldn't do that. No. I got a headache. I was out drinking. And all of a sudden, he started him up again. Like that goes, got him. I said no. And you see the hatchet like behind the door going like this, and my brother's going like this with the ketchup. And then they're like, okay. Okay, well, we're going. And then my dad comes driving up the driveway, comes up the driveway. It's like, you live here? It's like, why? What? Well, who are you? And they didn't say nothing. It's like, he's crazy. He killed your dog. It wasn't my dad. He's like, I'm not God. Because usually my parents get mad at me and my brother. They put our names together.
Oh yeah, I think that's a parent thing. Yeah.
It's like John's right. And I'm like, huh? What? What's going on here? And it's like, who was that? And I'm like, Jehovah's Witness. I'm like, what do they want? I'm like, Jesus.
Yeah.
It's like, why are they scared? I'm like, wait, why is ketchup? I'm like, you go, all right. Are they coming around? I don't think so. Go back to bed. I was like, okay. Which I would never do that now. I'm like, okay, I'll talk to him. And I was like, shoot, okay, bye-bye. But when you're hungover, you do anything just to get sleep.
True story.
True. Everybody knows this. Like, listen, don't fuck around with us when you're, because they drank. They drank. Everybody has drank. I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna go, we call it, to the side of the holy veil and be rambunctious. But so when you have an episode, I would like to be on your episode. And if we have to talk about what you talk about, that's fine. Okay.
Absolutely. You can definitely be on my show.
I'm gonna make fun of stuff. I don't know why I'm so wound up today. I don't know. It's not this. I'll tell you right now, it's not that. Because V, Life Paranormal with V, she's like, you got some not issues. What's the word? What's that thing? Anxieties.
Yeah.
I did not know I had anxieties. I didn't want to ask her. I'm like, what kind of anxieties are you talking about? And do I got the Woody Allen anxiety? I'm like, shit, really bad. But okay, I know we're getting down to, it's like an hour and a half now. All right, cool. We made the quota. But I hope you had a great time.
I did. Thank you so much.
And usually I try to be more, like in it, but I just go, like I said, I just talk at the top of my head.
No, it was so fun. It was great.
So tell everybody where they can find you, if you got merch, if you have driving capabilities to drive people around, whatever.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So my show is the Manic Pixie Weirdo, where we talk about all the different kinds of relationships that you can have in your life. You can check me out on Twitter at MP Weirdo Podcast. You can check me out on Twitter or on Instagram and TikTok at the _main_weirdo1, the Pinterest the _main_weirdo21. You can leave me a voicemail at manicpixieweirdo.podcast.com, or you can email me at manicpixieweirdo@protonmail.com.
I swear to God, she says it like she's on a radio station. She looks like she's on a radio station. She goes, hello, how you doing? Hey. Welcome to WKRP in Cincinnati. This is Mona Lovelace. Actually, my name is Abigail, but we'll just go Mona Lovelace instead. Definitely rhymes with Abigail. I don't know, but
I don't know.
Listen, there's nothing that rhymes with Dre except for hey and nay
and yay.
And oh yeah, that's when everybody's like, oh, he's done, yay. No. But well, you can find me pretty much, and I'm just gonna go and say that, just go to Linktree / whatever you call it, TA2 SQUID. I almost fucked that up myself. Podcast. And just go and I got merch of Tattoo Squid, TA2 SQUID podcast .threadless.com. Yeah, there's some. I got like maybe four or five different variables of pictures, and it goes into any kind of thing. So there's like maybe a pocketbook for you. Cool. If you're into skateboarding or something, there's a deck, that has like one picture on there, and masks. But I mean, whatever else is in there, shirts, tank tops. I think there's tank tops. Yeah, I think there has to be some kind of tank top. Hoodies, which does it get cold in Texas?
Yeah, it does sometimes.
Oh, I thought it was just going to get like radiation heat.
No, that's in the summer. No, it can get really cold here. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. See, I've been called boo and I've been called dude. So it came full circle, people.
We did it.
Us tattoo people are, yeah. And then also don't tattoo her and get pissed off. She'll bite an ankle.
I will.
She said it. I didn't. I just know. I just know.
Yeah. It's true.
We get the mentality thing on here.
Yep, we do.
See, it's like we know each other's talking about. Your husband be like, "What the fuck's going on here?" And I noticed that you'd be like, "Go. We're talking here."
Sorry.
Yeah, I'll make dinner. Which might have probably made already. I don't know. I gotta see. Yeah.
Oh no, he's making dinner now. So.
Oh, there you go. See, my girl's making dinner. I mean, she's probably done making dinner. She's probably looking at it going,
well, let's go eat.
Yeah, well, no, she probably ate already. She's just yeah, she don't care. But no, but she knows when I do a podcast, I'm like, like Friday, I finished, like I told you, I did the 40 minutes.
Yeah.
And I came out there and she's like, that was short. I'm like, yeah, they cut me off at 40 minutes. I'm like, it's like a wrestling match. It's like that's
yeah.
It. I had short amount of stuff. I gotta go. Yeah. See, because I like doing this. It's like an hour and a half, whatever, just bullshit, have fun. Drink iced tea, drink whatever you had in your
hot tea. Yeah.
But it was just tea. We're all drinking tea together.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're just a teaful, lovely. We're Mad Hatter, and she's Alice.
Absolutely, I dig it.
He's eating the bread and being tall, even though she's 6 foot.
Yeah.
But she looks 5'2".
I do.
Stand on the chair. No, I was kidding.
Right.
I wouldn't, if I did that, forget about it. This chair would be broken. That's it, because I'm a fat fuck. Anyway, so she's like, I gotta go.
No.
They're calling.
No, I thought you froze for a second.
I'm it'd be like that, like rodent, like like on the windshield. But spaces. Yeah, we could so you're doing spaces. I tried doing spaces like heading up spaces as it is, and it didn't really work out very well because nobody didn't show up.
Oh.
I felt so. I'm like, I put invites out, like we're kind of busy. I'm like, okay, yeah, no problem.
Yeah, that's the hard thing with spaces, but we'll figure it out.
I think Pixie owns stock in spaces now. I mean, she's on spaces like all the time.
She's the best at them, though. She like knows exactly what she's doing.
I looked at, there was like a thing that says sex dolls and something else and blah blah blah, and I'm like, I wonder if Pixie's on there.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, shit, she's the co-host. I'm like, fuck.
Yep.
But have you had and this is what I'm planning on doing with this. I did 100 episodes in the first season, I want to try to do 100, maybe 80, but this is all interviews.
Okay.
So, which is fine. But what I'm trying to do is get everybody to come back.
Okay.
And do like a whole 100 whatever Zoom.
Yeah.
It's going to be a clusterfuck. But see what happens. It's like going to a crowded bar, and it's like people sit down, please. If teachers can do it with students, I think I can do it with podcasters, I guess. I don't know. See what happens. It might be good. I don't think anybody's done it before. Like podcasting wise, I don't think anybody's done it. So see what happens. I might be the first. And I'll probably be the last. But then do the third season. I don't know what the hell to fucking do. Maybe I should do like a talk show thing. And even though this is like a talk show. I'm still talking, am I? Okay. Anyway, people, take it easy. Have a good night. Gonna talk to Abigail a little bit more after, just shooting the shit. I think we had enough going on here. Anything else?
No, I'm good. Thank you so much for having me.
Alrighty. And everybody, you can find me, like I said, Linktree / Tattoo Squid. You'll find Abigail or Manic Pixie Weirdo Podcast, wherever that you can find podcasts at. And take it easy. Drink. Well, just drink. And drive carefully. Don't drive and listen to this. We don't know you. All right, people, have a good night, and I'll talk to you in a little bit. And let me go wave.
Bye.
Model wave. Okay, here we go.